just a quick little issue that I'm sure you've seen floating around, which is really like super frustrating to me and always have been. When I went to public school for a couple of years when I was much younger, I spent most of my education in private education. I would say that I've been reformed a little bit. I believe that private education should be abolished, but whatever, even though I'm a beneficiary of it. But anyway, I did spend some time in public schools. Okay. We should give kids lunch at public school. I don't know why this is a controversial thing to say. Every child at a public school, from preschool to 12th grade, and maybe even college. Why not? College too. Everyone should be able to eat lunch and not have to worry about lunch debts, not have to worry about having separate meals because they, their parents couldn't afford school lunches. There should be no concept of parents couldn't afford school lunch. Do you hear how ridiculous this sounds? We're taking kids who, by the way, are developing and developing their senses of self, and in some states, politicians are trying to create schemes where some kids get cold lunches and some kids get hot lunches, and the cold lunches you get because as a sign, a scarlet letter that your parents couldn't afford lunch. Really? In America, where we spent $800 billion on our military budget, we can't give lunch to every kid in this country from preschool to 12th grade? How pathetic is that? And look, I never had this issue when I was a kid, and I cannot even imagine how painful it must be to be ostracized. By the way, kids get ostracized. Hang on, I want to finish this. I want to finish this thought, okay? Kids get ostracized at school for all sorts of nonsense, okay? Because their hair is too long, or their face looks a different way, or they have a mole or a zit or whatever. Kids have enough problems, okay, about ostracization and social groups and teasing and whatever. You're not going to give a kid lunch because his parents can't afford it? You're going to make kids pay for the sins of their parents, as it were? And by the way, there's nothing wrong with being poor. We should obviously work so that fewer people are poor, right? We should improve the quality of life of everyone. But while we have poor people presently, we should not rub it into these kids' faces, hey, by the way, your family's poor, by giving them a different lunch or saying they can't eat lunch at all. So if you're a state politician and you're watching this for some reason, or if you're someone who for some reason believes that school debt is a thing, fuck you. Seriously. Kids have enough to deal with. Give them lunch. Give every kid in America lunch. Every day. It is gobsmackingly stupid to think the things that we cannot spend money on in this country. Give kids lunch. Every single kid. Every single level of education. In every neighborhood. In every town in this country. Come on. We have to be better than this. We just have to be. All right. I'm all worked up now, guys. Let me take a quick second. I'm sorry. I was so mad about seeing these stories about kids who aren't getting their lunches and being marked with a scarlet letter because their parents can't afford lunch. It's like, goddamn.